Should be live. Let's see, where's my latest message? Oh, that's the wrong one. Posting on the socials. That's Twitter done. That is Mastodon done. Try saying that 5 times. That's Instagram and Twitter done. No, Twitter already done, but meant Facebook. That's the other Facebook. That's that one. And hello to the viewers. Social news. Let's see. Well, I already showed the new products on first day, so I don't have to show that again or talk about it again. So I told you all Sunday, not much to tell because only yesterday work, today work. Kitten's still doing fine. I am a bit nervous because tomorrow is going to be snip snip for Verdi. Remy had already been snipped. But Verdi had a little bit of issue with his little manhood not sinking in. And I will share the information tomorrow. I'm not the one taking them, by the way. I'm going to stay with Remy. Alright, mijn VTuber. Well, for saving this, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, I won't be happy until I hear or see Verdi being all right again. Because he's still so tiny, and he is going to be sedated, asleep. Don't know what you want to call it. Put under for a moment. There we go. So yeah, but of course they're doing it like 3-4 times a day or something like that. I do need to look if the articles are available. At least this one. Going to mix up 2 news articles. As soon as I find it. looking for. Probably can find it like this. Yes, reveals all cookies because I don't like animated intros. There we go. So yeah, I'm just a bit worried, even if it's a standard procedure. And I get distracted by work tomorrow. Just wondered how Remy's gonna be, because they haven't been away from each other. Let's see. There we go. Ever since they left the shelter. And sure, they'll bounce back quickly. Okay, let's check the article. So what else am I going to do this week? Well, of course, work. And Thursday, we're going back to the storage, see if we need to prepare something for Fantasy Fest, and check what other things we can clean up while we're there. Again, not straight. There we go. And then Friday, work. Saturday is hopefully a calmer day that I can use for cleanups. And Sunday, I think, is streaming, and I need to put off my watch because it's in the way. There we go. Start recording. Oh, sound. Let's see, and there we go. Right, sketch. Who are the characters going to be? Yeah, this is a nasty word. Can cut off that bit. There's a pen in my vicinity, and that feels and looks the same as my drawing pen, which is not a pen. So yeah, this week is not recording. It's a character we haven't seen in a long while. Yeah, still no Bob and Freek. When will the return of Bob and Freek be? Sometimes drawing backwards works better because you have a clear idea. At a workshop last Saturday, and I'm not gonna say too much because privacy reasons, but I'm really curious how this student will grow because there's a lot of raw talent in there. That's why I cleaned my my whiteboard during the stream or right after the stream. At least I cleaned it. Usually it takes like a month before I start cleaning things, or right in time for a new student. So I'm quite proud of myself that I managed to clean it that quickly. Will I draw something extra today? I don't know. Maybe I'll just pick a few images that I want to turn into a bookmark and prepare them for printing. Okay, this looks a bit like the 6-7 pose, but not intended. I also lined my submission for the coloring book. And I still need to make a few patterns for the coloring book. That's a bit too small. And I'm also working on my second jar. The painting is almost done. So I'm probably gonna give it an extra coat later this week. No, there are no cats. They are not allowed unsupervised upstairs yet. We did let them go unsupervised one moment, and Ferdy fell from the stairs. At least we heard a bonk, we heard mewing, and then he started running around again, so. He doesn't seem to be hurt. Probably landed on his feet. I wonder if I'm still in frame of the camera. I don't think I am. Maybe this will help it a little bit because I'm leaning very low. Oh, the chair is probably creaking a lot. The cats are not mewing yet. They're squeaking. Missed a few lines. And I'm going to have an early summer vacation for my voluntary work anyway, because the pool is going to close early because of whatchamacallit, remodeling. The final lane, whatever you want to call it. And it's part of the pool is going to close in March. So we're gonna have to see if my lessons, which are in that part, will be put in the other pool. And it's supposed to close in May. Usually it closes like in June, July. And then it should reopen before we start the swimming lessons again. But you know how things with remodeling go. They sometimes just like this construction, it just gets delayed. Luckily, the delay in the pool would be, aside, very annoying, but it would be a luxury problem. Because if you don't remember what happened with this parking garage, it collapsed during the evening, and luckily no one was injured. Just with that explosion we had not that long ago in Utrecht, a gas leak most likely. They haven't really given a statement about that, but thus far it's looking into that direction. A couple of houses got destroyed, but luckily, very luckily, no one got got killed because people were injured. All cats that had been missing were found back, so that's also very nice. But yeah. Of course, people thought about what happened maybe 2 years ago. This gruntled ex decided to blow up, it burned down his ex-girlfriend's shop, and they accidentally exploded the whole building, and 6 people were killed, I believe. So of course people were thinking about that first, but luckily, quotation marks, luckily, no one was home, and it was just, again, quotation mark, a gas explosion. And a lot of people lost a lot of stuff. But luckily only stuff in their lives. But yeah, their lives are completely uprooted. And there was a nearby hotel that let the people who were, victims of this event, let them stay with them for as long as they wanted. So that was very nice of them. It showed their humanity. Okay, this is a very, very weird Since you're not going to see much of his shirt, I think I'm just going to give it multicolored balls. I'm also having a bit of an issue with hyperfocus at the moment. Hyperfocus is very handy if you want to write a story, then it just gets written in a flash. You just can't stop writing. You have to keep on writing. I sometimes have that. Haven't had it in a while, but I haven't found the time to write in a while, so. But I am noticing that the current hyperfocus I am having is starting to interfere with my daily work. I want to see the same scenes over and over again. So I do hope the hyperfocus will be wearing off soon enough. I don't like these eyes. So hyperfocus can be very awesome and useful, or be very interfering. And currently it's interfering. So I've had this hyperfocus on this thing for about a week now, almost a week. I didn't finish this image in the sketch. I'm well aware there are 4 fingers there. And for those who don't know what hyperfocus is well, you can focus on something, but It's all that's on your mind at that moment. And I had that hyper focus when working on the AnimeCon entry. And then I lost it for a while, and then I struggled to finish things. So that's the problem with hyper focus. I still don't like that mouth. Because sometimes you lose the hyper focus before the project is finished. I don't remember the last time I had hyperfocus for this long. That it actually interfered with my work, home, whatever. And I think the last time I had writing hyperfocus was when I wrote Promise of Water, which is going to be part of the Legacy book. And the Legacy book will be published when I have enough stories to call it a book. It will probably be thinner than the other books. Maybe more like Eternity 1. Burps, pardon me. So probably around 300 pages. Just filled with short stories. Maybe even a little bit of the dictionary. The downside of the dictionary is that, it can be outdated when the next part comes. So not sure if I'm gonna get a dictionary in there. There we go. Illusion of scrolling, swiping with the fingers. Should be a bit bigger. And I could use a hyper focus in art again. And again, I said it earlier, I'm not sure if Penny Part 6 will appear this year. I first need to focus on the art of book 7, which I haven't done in ages. Hydrate. Good idea. I didn't really grab much water. So maybe that's early closing of the pool I'm gonna use for book 7. Okay, that was weird. Why did you do that? I know at least one person is waiting for book 7. It's just like I have so much going on at the moment, and I can't find the energy. The 3D printing project, but that should be done in a not too far away future, so that gives me some time and energy to do other things on stream, and maybe even art for book 7, because I want to do that organically or analog with markers and pencils. And I think I'm going to do maybe a 1-2 week between chapter 1 and chapter 2 of my audio novel. It's not needed, but it might just give me a little bit extra breathing time. Because if I have the art finished, then I just need to reread book 7. I did get some corrections from 2 people. So I still need to process that, but that usually doesn't take that much time. So book 7 is due this year, but I don't know when. Could be after the summer. And then I don't have anything to release for Forever Young in quite a while. Because then I mainly need to start writing again. And again, if the 3D printing project is done, or almost done, I might change. Oh, I need to send an important message. Because it's almost 10, which means the cats need to have their food hidden. But yeah, I might switch a cross stream for a digital art stream then. Ay, 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 ay. Zoom in. Maybe this will help. We're also still weighing the boys daily. And they're both past 2 kilos now. Remy is almost 2.5. Verdi is still a bit behind. Also, my pinky is fine. It's just that the blood has created a little scab underneath the skin, and that's a bit annoying. Also, the first art trade that I made at a convention has been handed out. Okay, that's a bit wrong line. And if I'm not certain the message came across, I will take a little break to check. Because if Verdi eats too late, he can't have his snip snip tomorrow. That's not, it's a nice circle, but it's not centered. There we go. That makes no sense. Should be here. Also, I'm seeing the ding dong layer for doorbells. And we've been having a lot of door-to-door scammers. I can't call them salesmen lately. And I'm actually quite done with being kind to them. And I still try to be kind to them in a way like polite, but I'm pretty much nah. Anyway, I'm going to take a little break. I'm stopping the recording, so please help me remember that the recording needs to be restarted, because I'm going to help with the cats for a moment. BRB. Time to hydrate. And I'm back. Help, my penny is closer. That's a funny one. And yay, spammer. Huh. So Verdi is almost 2.2 kilos. And Remy is still 2.4, but heading towards 2.5. And thank you for reminding me. I did ask. So yeah, their final meal. Of course, Remy will be getting tomorrow when Verdi is on his way to the vet. It's not our usual vet, and this is not the right. It's the vet that also did Remy, so. And they did a good job with Remy. I mean, we heard no complaint from him anyway. That's a bit too dark. But yeah, I have a bit too many projects going on at the moment. And I think that if I use my time, call it the early summertime of the volunteer work and the, well, maybe 2-week gap between chapter 1 and chapter 2 of the audio novel. With the audio novel, I can, well, create more stock. So when it's done, it's done. Also, I don't really enjoy recording the audio novel that much. It feels a bit like, yeah, I must do that. I committed to it and stuff like that. An obligation, if you'd like. So I am, managed to forget to do this, but that's okay. We can redo that. It's nothing, not something I get joy of at the moment. Mostly because people are viewing it on YouTube, but leaving no comments, no likes. And then, then it's a bit disheartening. So I'm finishing it, so at least book 1 will be online, and maybe if I get some comments afterwards, I might change my mind. Why is this so? I do other books, but I'm not sure yet. And I know people have their own lives. Don't worry about that. I'm not saying you guys must listen. I want people to listen because they want to, not because they must. And if there are people like, yeah, I'm going to watch it, listen to it in one go. Feel free to. But it's going to be a lot. Okay, let's see. First ball is going to be blue. Second ball is going to be yellow because you can't really see it that well. I forgot to draw the ball over here, but that's okay. I forgot to draw this line anyway, so. Let's make it orange because of NL dot. That's a bit... Just have a feeling the colors are off today. I don't know why. Oh well. Technically, I should also color Ethan's shirt. But it's that low, it won't really be impacted by the background thus far. Maybe it will. We'll figure it out when we get there. I currently have 6 watchers. Can we also make a pun about Hornbach commercial, the yippee 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 or whatever? Because I have a feeling you're pulling out all the building commercials. Or with eigen huis en tuin. Een beetje gezelschap, of was dat koffietijd? Can't even remember which one that was. Haven't watched Eigen Huis en Tuin in ages. Does it still exist? I mean, I haven't watched TV in ages. I think the last time I watched TV was at someone else's place. And I can't even remember when that was. And then I'm talking about actual TV, not a recording or watching an anime or something like that. No, I mean actual watching TV. Something that has been planned, not on demand. I really haven't watched any of that. Dat zeg ik, Penny. That one is funny. And the little light bulb is lit, by the way. Don't worry. It's going to be LED. Completely LED. Very environmental friendly. Did we get everything so we can start on Ethan's shirt? And then we can do the shading. Burn, multiply. Bit dark, but that's okay. I can always make it lighter. By just doing the layer. Managed to forget a part of the helmet, but that's okay. Because it's a different layer, which means we can easily go back. Okay, and that was overlay layer. Not in view. Safety boots with steel tips toe. Well, if someone would like to cosplay that, I would be interested in that. I think this should be better. I think this could be almost in here. I did not say tilted. And ironically, the tail is right for most of the comics frames. That is an accident. I did not intend to do that, but you know. No. Okay. I think I want to make this one a bit thinner. Stop recording because it's text check time. So, text check time. For woman penny, yeah, instead of for men. For women. Oh, that's a tongue twister. That's where you are. This is bothering me. This one needs to close. Okay, and now the text, the flavor text. The text that barely anyone listens. Listens? Reads. And if I am correct, next week is 1 year ago that we lost Vladimir. Unexpectedly. It was 2 days after his birthday. And his birthday was the 13th, I believe. I'm very bad with birthdays. I forget me. Been his birthday and we lost him 2 days after. It's probably going to be a very sad day for us. We accept donations for a first aid case. Well, I've been looking for sponsoring for ages. 2 on YouTube, 4 on Twitch. Let's see. And here's the flavor text. For those who are like the final line, a lot of people would like to help. I'm actually hinting to the people who are, well, having a lot of trouble parking their own cars near their own homes because of this. So that's it's more a hint to that a lot of people want to help because they want to be done with it all. Doet spelling has been taken from their own site. So I've been streaming for how long now? 1.5 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for today. Been very slow. Still have a lot of emails to check and work with. And yeah, I'm probably very nervous about Verdi as well. So I'm sorry to number 7 who just joined the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for today. Stream for about 1.5 hours. I'm just I'm done for today. I think I should synth because that's what I do. So yeah, I guess that was I'm gonna send the comic and call it a night. That's the wrong page. Save. So bye bye. Not now. Bye bye.